What's up? Welcome to Kanode. Never knew how to run a digital podcast in the first place. How did he get that job? I don't know. All right, so this is a mini version of a podcast. We're just going to talk for 20 minutes. I introed it before, and we've had technical difficulties. We've done 2 podcasts prior to this over the years that never saw the light of day. These might not even, And today's guest is Tony Malouf. He's a dear friend of mine, kind of a BMX legend, if you will. I remember the first time I met you was at X Court, easily like 2008 or 2007, probably 2008 or 9. And I was like fanboying out. You met Cleon over the fucking message boards, I'm pretty sure, right?
Through the web, yeah. That was cool.
So sick. And your dad had a spot out here, and like our history goes deep, and then we partied together. So we have a pretty good friendship. We still stay in touch. We were talking on the phone earlier today just about life in general, and we were like, let's fucking do a podcast tonight, dude.
Right.
And so
because we interviewed somebody from jail. That was kind of how we started talking about it.
Exactly. So, I mean, for those of you who don't know, Tony has been through the ranks in BMX, from like filming his own shit to getting sponsored and blah, blah, blah. He's done everything. He's been a pro rider. He's been a TM filmer, brand manager, basically, and started his own companies, created his own merch through some of the biggest jams Arizona's ever seen and probably elsewhere. And has, from any young man's point of view, has done it all. Like, it's pretty sick the amount of shit you've done. So it's kind of cool to like step out of myself and think of you as, wow, you're Tony Malouf, dude. I mean, you just a little tone, So a little while ago, I posted on Instagram, hit me with some questions for Tony.
Are you switching? Like, are you switching cameras, or we're both on the screen at the same time always?
Both on the screen at the same time.
Oh, okay. Because my screens are highlighting.
Yeah, the yellow.
Yeah, depending who's talking. Yeah.
No, yeah, it doesn't. But yellow doesn't show up in the recording, I'm pretty sure. Or I know for a fact it doesn't.
Right. I just didn't know because you're recording on your end. I was confused if maybe,
Yeah. No, it's chilling, man.
I was doing shit thinking that I wasn't on camera.
Oh, yeah.
Saying.
No, I
thought it was on yours.
Hey,
so I was
man.
just being weird.
I thought it was funny. Oh, no. That internet's starting to sound bad again. So we just did this shit for what, an hour? And then I'm not even sure if it's coming through. You were froze right there for a second.
Just chill.
Let's see. We're doing 20 minutes. Question number 1, dude. Speed round.
Shh. We don't know if we're back yet, Bob.
Oh, you're back.
Okay. Dude, I've introduced myself fucking 3 times this year. Never mind. Go ahead.
TT Rose says, are you single? Nah,
B. And I'd appreciate it if you stay out of my personal affairs. Tell me what movie is that from in the comments, and I'll like it from No Jumpers YouTube.
That's sick. All right. We'll save that one for last. Sauce the Boss, you're fat. He says, I want an hour minimum on 5-6 gang.
Okay, he's not going to get an hour on anything, period, because Bobby...
You're getting 20 minutes.
Bobby doesn't know shit. I'm kidding, but yeah, Sauce, you're definitely 5-6 gang.
Stop, you're frozen.
Maybe even a small canned Vienna sausage weenie. I don't know.
Sauce, you're definitely 5'6", and then it cut out, and then maybe small Vienna sauce.
Oh yeah, like the little weenies that you get in the cans. That's his wiener.
That's Sauce, baby.
Yeah, he's packing one of those.
Lose some weight, Sauce. That thing will look bigger.
Whoa.
Jonah,
I didn't say that. I didn't say that. Sauce is beautiful.
Sauce, you're fat as shit, man.
Mm-hmm.
I don't understand.
He said it. I just agreed.
Jonah Jachan, that's the homie from Florida. He does shit's tough and 441 shit. I'm pretty sure that's it. You know what I'm talking about?
No, what happened?
It's all good. This dude, Instagram homie, Florida filmer, he says, "What's your favorite and least favorite cliche film technique?" It's a pretty cool question. So what's a cliche that you use, and then what's one that you hate that you would never use? Stop, don't be frozen.
No, we're back.
Okay.
I'm with you.
All right.
Okay, let's do one fisheye, one long.
Okay. Good and bad for each, right?
I can do good and bad for each. Cliche. Okay. Yeah. No, because I don't find, cliches aren't good. So.
Okay. Commonly used instead of.
Ooh, I got something I want to fucking bring up to you that you're gonna like. Don't let me forget when I say that. And it's about crust dissolves. Okay, fisheye, you know what's annoying? Cliche. I don't even know if it's a cliche. I want to know what this dude thinks is so fucking cliche about everything, because he's probably going to be somebody who's like...
He's going through a phase. I think we've all gone through the cliche phase.
He might just
hating cliche phase.
Yeah, he might just be like, oh, what are you going to like sit at the bottom of the stair and like just film and frame the steps and the rail, like, because I know that some people that don't understand the simple barrel distortion aspect of filming simplistic close fisheye shots. So those people get a little annoyed where they're just like, how come you can't see him run up? And all you can see is the spot. It's like, so you can see the spot.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I don't think that's his point of view. I think he gets it. Yeah.
I don't think it is either, but I'd like to know what he thinks is so... I think cliche just might not be the most appropriate word.
Yeah.
I'd say I'd call it like weird, like, let's just say this one's like, for me, is like a fisheye sin. And it's when amateur users like get their very first fisheye, and basically anything. This happens a lot with people that are not videographers but hold a camera, as you can see when you're just like, hey, random couple.
I'm guessing in my head what this is right now because I'm excited for you to say it.
Cool.
Go.
You know when you ask like a couple to take a photo and the guy's like, oh yeah, I'm a great photographer.
Yeah, I got this. Yeah. I got this. It's no big deal.
Everybody thinks they're a great photographer, right? Fuck. I hope we didn't lose the rule of thirds talk. But
we'll see.
I won't get off track. Anyway, everybody thinks they're a great videographer or photographer or whatever. So like when people get a fisheye, it is a super annoying. And this goes back to like when you have a stationary shot to a motion shot to like back to stationary filming fish. It's very practical. It cuts down your length time of the trick. You can pack more into a song. You can show the spot. Using the distortion of lens to your advantage rather than to fill your frame with fucking bullshit.
Yeah,
which is why they don't use fisheye cinematically. You're
cutting a little bit, but you said use the distortion of the frame to your advantage.
Yeah. Hell yeah, you're back. Yeah, I mean, we good?
I think so.
Okay. Yeah, that's why they don't use fisheye cinematically. It's because they don't need, if they're filming in a park, they don't fucking need to see some asshole on the other side of the park who's this big playing fetch with his dog. So people with fisheyes generally don't know the barrel distortion or cropping the spot method of filming extreme sports will always pan at the end.
Yeah. Fuck, cutting
on the clip, and then you're just like, and then you like go past the grass or like the ground.
Yeah.
Whoo, that's fucking the worst. That's the worst. But I did it.
Ding, ding, ding. Same. It's like you want to keep your subject in the center. That's like your natural instinct. So like when you hold a fisheye, you're like, okay, I'll just follow him.
Yeah.
The whole way.
You used to see it in all the props, like the old props, someone just standing there with like a TRV 900 and a fisheye, and they're literally like they're filming runs, dude. Like the guy's across the fucking park.
Yeah.
And they're still just like, well, if I point it at him, I won't miss. And it's like, dude, you have a fisheye lens.
Yeah.
You're fucking not. It's hard to miss.
Getting, dude?
It's hard to miss anyway.
Right.
But like,
you want to be able to tell, like, if you're watching it, you want to see the spot, and then it's exciting to like see the spot as the first thing in the clip, and then the rider comes into the frame on this side. Yeah. And the filmer's job is to make the rider go across the frame. The trick happens in the middle, and then at the end, he maybe leaves the frame, or like not necessarily doesn't have to leave the frame, but like to use the whole width of the screen using the fisheye was a trick that I like had to learn early on.
Yeah. So that's one. And then if I were to just talk about long lens, I would say that it started with the DSLR video compatibility revolution, where now they do offer a good amount of lenses that people zoom with, or they've gotten better at some of the other camcorders that are available people still use for HD stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But before people were zooming and filming long lens HD, it was the slider phase, dude.
Yeah.
And that can go fucking straight to hell.
I agree when it's used throughout the whole fucking thing. Like maybe for one shot of B-roll or one lead up clip, I'd be okay with it. If it's like peppered inside of an edit, but like if you're just using a slider at every spot for every clip, it's kind of obnoxious.
That was a thing. It was just as bad as like the panning through the grass with the fisheye. Cause
pretty bad.
Everybody got a DSLR and was just like, this thing is so fucking like they're shittily weighted and they're lighter and nobody could fucking use them. They had a viewfinder, but like you had to like smush your face up against it, so like people were just not able to hold them steady.
Yeah.
And all they did is like if they weren't filming fisheye, which gives you almost like basic immediate stabilization without even having to be internal in the camera because of all your crazy distortion in the end. And the edges masks most of your like shake.
Which, by the way, blows my mind when I watched, like, just the other day, rewatching Austin Augie's Welcome to Pro or his Copper Frame promo or whatever. And there's a line filmed perfectly, and then it cuts to second angle, and there's Tony just raw dogging, holding the fucking DSLR with his bare hands, no handle, nothing. And you can tell that the line was just filmed perfectly with just the DSLR in your hand. Like, I always think I think it was at, like, the bus stop or like the metro stop where like there's a square rail. He did a tire ride to alley-oop 180 off of it at the end of the line, and then you come into frame. You would know, but just knowing that you're out there filming full lines with a DSLR with a handle is pretty wild.
Yeah, I must have not had my handle with me, or I would have, obviously, but
yeah, no, I've seen it a bunch of you just raw dogging your shit, and it turns out pretty beautiful.
Sometimes I run it. If I'm running, I won't handle because I can sometimes I use my handle with one hand, but if I don't need
to do one hand,
if I don't need to push or swing or use my arm, then I can. When I run, I use two hands, and
you might have been on your feet,
and I don't use my handle. I'll have two hands on just my small camera body.
Yeah.
Which
dude.
The A7 is conveniently has better space to hold from the bottom and the top than what I had before, which was a shitty 60D.
Yeah.
But I'd be like filming a line and like be changing settings and shit on accident.
Yeah. Do you have a full frame fisheye lens, or do you have to do the APS super whatever crop thing? Do you have a full frame fish, or do you do the
I think I'm cropped.
Yeah. It's crazy, but it still looks decent.
I think it looks great. It's the widest it's the widest HD lens option I've seen. 16:9 without having VIGs.
Yeah. I'm like kind of shamed that I'm not using it right now for this fucking video. I'm still using the fucking VX with no VIG. But it's neither here nor there, you know.
I don't think we really agree on that topic.
Vignette.
Well,
first of all, what is vignette? Vignette. Vignette. Vignetting.
It can mean.
How do you say it?
It can mean a lot of things. Vignetting.
Yeah, vignetting.
Yeah, you just don't fucking really pronounce the G that hard.
Vignetting.
Yeah. Move on past the G. Acknowledge it, but fucking. There's a lot of different forms of it. Honestly, I've looked it up too, and there's even graph portions of things that are. I think there's a term of vignetting that can even be formed into like grids. Like a grid can be
technically vignetted, but in our sense, what does it mean?
It's essentially like when your lens is so wide that the picture can see it. Okay, so
the lens, it being the lens, yeah.
The camera is technically picking up an image. You hear?
Yeah. The camera is technically picking up is what I picked up.
Okay, yeah. So the camera can see the lens. The lens is made of glass. On the outside, the casing is aluminum, metal, plastic, whatever. And so your camera is your lens is so wide, your distortion is so heavy, 180 degrees, whatever you want to call it, that you're picking up parts of the lens that probably shouldn't be seen.
Yeah.
But it gives you the bubble effect. And, if this 16:9 image would like have it, and like, it'd be weird because you get too much of it, 16:9, and then you lose like a lot where like my hands would be.
Right.
And that's why vignetting to me is just so beautiful in the 4:3 ratio.
Yeah, because it's circle.
And I love that. Just off, Bob.
Yeah.
They call that 1 by 1.
All right. Mm-hmm. Carry on.
So, yeah, like when you go 16:9, it just fisheye for BMX is essentially just like either make a spot look bigger, make somebody look like they're going high or whatever, right? And essentially we are continuously jumping up and down. So when you go to this bubble of documenting something of somebody going up and down, fucking stupid. You get this center rule of thirds full of your action, and then all this is full of fucking bullshit. And if you do have VIGs, fuck them.
Yeah.
So that's where
but we disagree on.
That's why I brought up the argument, because I love
it.
I love 4.3 VIGs, and you shoot VX videos with a Mark II.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's kind of disgraceful what I do. I'm a purist with a VX, but I've never had a VX 1000. I've never had a Mark 1, and I've never done it like proper. I've watched back every single clip. That's a no-no, but like with the 2100, it's okay. And I try to remember, I've just been so set in my ways of having it.
Set in your ways.
I've just been so set in my ways of having no VIG. I thought about it like just now, and it's from early Happy Medium videos. I thought that they didn't have VIG, and there was a couple clips in that video I'm pretty sure that didn't have it, and I liked how that looked. And I was like, I want to do that. And then turns out Buster and Hunter totally use like a proper setup with VIG and shit, and I'm just like, I don't know why I'm doing it with no VIG at all. But I'm kind of stuck in that aesthetic at this point, and it's just like making this new video look like the old one. Plus, I just don't care. I like having the shit that I have. I'm not putting any more effort into the actual setup of this stupid VX, and I like having my shitty fucked up camera, my shitty fucked up lens, my fucking thing. It's falling apart, dude, and I just throw it in the bag. I don't care, and film on a camcorder from the 90s for this video I care about. And it's like, whatever. I have taken into consideration keeping a clean lens lately. I got a cleaning kit with one of those little squirts.
Hilarious.
Because there's too many times, dude, where I don't know, you're pretty good about it, but I'll film a clip and then capture it, and there's just a fucking black dot like right in the center of it. It's like, I call myself a professional, dude. All right, next question, Thon.
Come on, bring them. Who are these kids?
At Westside Legend, I think you may know him.
Not a kid.
Who are these kids? Not a
Shout
kid.
out Clay and his two beautiful kids who I haven't met yet, but shout out.
Yeah, Papa Clay, man. Did you ever piss on one of your old teammates while they were asleep?
Sure did. I don't know if I've ever spoke about this, like actually being recorded, but most people know. But yeah, it was a reason. It was basically the last straw of me and Sputnik. I got kicked off Sputnik, my first frame sponsor ever, because I was wild and just fucking acting like a rock star when I was unpaid, just fucking shitty BMX kid.
Yeah,
and
it's beautiful.
Oh man, gorgeous. Yeah, it was something. And we were in Atlanta, Cinco de Mayo, blacked out, pissed all over Ricky Bates.
Damn.
May he rest in peace.
Yeah.
But to say something about Ricky is he was sober. He was straight edge, actually, at the time. And I mean, dude, to this day, I don't even know who could have fucking handled that any better. I mean, he was such a cool dude about it. Didn't get mad at me, helped me into the bathroom. I don't even know how he fucking got to bed, like how he got the rest of his night's sleep after that.
Yeah.
But he never gave me any shit. And the team manager at the time, Johnny Devlin, he woke me up and he was like, hey, you fucked up. You got to do all this stuff or you're off the team. And I was just a hothead little defiant shit. So I said some stuff and, ended up getting kicked off, which was fucking, who cares?
I've never heard this story. That's incredible.
Oh, really?
You're a mess, dude. I love it. Kissing on people on a team trip, dude. Yeah, I'd be just like Johnny. I'd kick you right off.
I've done that twice in my life. But
wait, there's more. There's more to the pissing.
Let me just explain. That, when that stuff happens, dude, when he woke me up and he's like, you pissed everywhere. I was like, yeah, right. Didn't happen to me.
Yeah.
In my mind, it never happened.
Yeah.
So I was no. I was like, oh yeah. It's like, no, fuck you. Felt like shit. So I rolled over and went back to bed. And then I don't even remember the actual.
I don't remember the actual
apartment we were staying at. Oh, back it up.
Yeah, I don't remember the actual.
I don't remember the actual dialogue, but in the end, I just had to wash the fucking sheets, bro.
Yeah.
Ricky wasn't mad. The dude whose apartment we were staying at was not mad. It was just, and me and Johnny just weren't clicking. We just weren't clicking.
Yeah.
He was sober. And also, I mean, later on, he found himself in other ways. It's not my areas to discuss, but I'm not sure he knew quite who he was. And I fucking was off the rails.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
We didn't get along.
Recipe for a fucking trip.
Yeah, and that's just from my perspective. But yeah, that happened, and me and Ricky never had any issue. It was actually really cool to see him the day before he passed. Not to go dark, but saw him the day before he died, and
at Interbike, huh?
At Interbike, and we talked, and fucking there was no issue, not an issue at all. So
yeah, I met him.
It was a weird fucking wild story that everybody fucking brings up time to time, but I don't know if it really changed the trajectory of anything I've fucking.
Dude, he had a powerful presence. I was living in Florida for a little bit, and he was there, even though he wasn't. The memory of him was very strong in everybody's lives. It's a sad thing, man.
Well, what was wild is that he eventually broke edge, and he became a wild man. And he,
of course, everybody does, dude.
I know. So it was just funny because, when I saw him, I was like, hey, no hard feelings, right? And he was even, like I said, he was cool back then. When it fucking all came down to it, he was even more cool. In the end, dude, he was like, dude, no problem. What the fuck?
He was like, I get it now, dude.
Yeah. He's probably like, I pissed on my homie last week.
Yeah. Remember that shit you did to me, man? Yeah, it's all right. Cheers.
Right in his fucking ear, bro. Oh, but yeah. So the other time that I did that though, I just woke up one morning and I had freshly folded my clothes, and I like got wrapped the night before with a bunch of homies, you know. So I woke up and was just like, oh, fucking grabbed the first thing off the stack of my freshly folded laundry, and realized that I pissed all over it.
Over your own laundry.
A whole stack of laundry that was in the corner of my room, freshly cleaned. And I was just like, what is this? And I was like, what? And I was just like, did I do this? And again, never happened.
Yeah. Who did this?
I'll never remember these things. And it's just shit people like, well, I did a little detective work on the laundry situation, but fucking, I had to just hear about the Ricky Bates situation from other people.
Fucking A. Well, our 20 minutes is up, Tone. I think for a mini episode, this is good. You're frozen again, but that's fine because it's the end. So welcome back to, the podcast. This is a good short thing. Hopefully this exports and records well. And, fuck, it would be a lot better if you weren't frozen. But thanks for watching. See you next time.